Right, in this quick video, we're going to address how you process leave in Time Hub. Obviously, if it's Christmas, this is quite applicable. So this is on the basis of either you're going to pre-roster it or you're going to deal with it after the event. So first thing we're going to look at is if you are pre-rostering it. Now, bear in mind, if you're pre-rostering it at Christmas, but you're not processing your payroll through on a weekly basis from Time Hub to payroll, then pre-rostering it won't have any effect because there's no data to post because Time Hub won't be live if the staff aren't clocking. So this is on the basis that your employees are working through or during the main part of the year. So if you want to pre-roster it, you simply go to the calendar, you go to daily rules, you find your leave method. So in this case, I'm going to use holiday pay. I choose my holiday pay. By default, it'll come up with 8 hours, so I can leave that as 8 or edit it up here. I can then go forward, say, right, this person's actually taking some time off in January. So I just scroll forward to the dates that I want to apply this to. So let's say my employee is taking the Thursday and Friday after the New Year's weekend, New Year's public holidays, and also the Monday before. So I've selected holiday pay, and I would simply say on Monday you're going to be on holiday, on Thursday and Friday you're going to be on holiday. That's it. So I can then go and do that with any other employee. So I can say, okay, well, you're also going to be on holiday that day, and you're going to be on holiday that day, and you're going to be on holiday that day. So it gives me the ability, if I want to go and see what that looks like in the calendar, I simply come up here, choose my daily rule to highlight, and if I search for holiday pay and then I apply that, I will get a view of my calendar showing who's on holiday as I go forward from that particular date or go backwards, depending on which way I go. So I can see in a highlighted way who's taking the leave over the course of this particular period. So it's actually quite useful to see it visually. So that's if you're prepaying it through the calendar, so you're pre-rostering it. The other way you can do the same thing is if you come into an employee, you drill into the employee screen. Down here there is the calendar option, and again I can come in here. So I've got December. Let's say I'm going to go and do this in January, so I choose January. I scroll down, I find my holiday pay daily rule. Again, it's defaulting to 8 hours, and then I can come in here and say, right, you're taking off the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. So because these dates haven't happened and I'm going to just be processing my time hub in the normal way, then this will come through and I can process it through in the normal course of events. When you're using the employee calendar screen, you need to save. When you're using in the main calendar screen, because that's designed for rapid entry, you don't need to save. So you simply hit save and you've saved your employee. So you've set time up with an expectation that knows when the people are going to be on leave. So if they don't come to work on those days, it doesn't come up with the red triangle saying they're missing because it knows why they're missing. If they happen to turn up when you've rostered them on leave and they happen to turn up to work, you'll get a flag saying they can't be on leave and at work at the same time. So that's how you do it before the event. The way you do it after the event is, and you've probably done this already, is you come into your daily time screen, and hopefully I've got some data in here, so I can come in here and say, right, this person who's missing, the reason they were missing is that they were on leave. So if it's a whole day, I simply choose the blue line. I change my daily rule to holiday pay. Again, it gives me the option of 8 hours or whatever I want to edit that to, and I simply save that, and then that person will get paid 8 hours of holiday pay during the course of normal payroll processing. The alternative we've got is, for example, if someone is taking some annual leave after they've already been at work for the day. So let's say this person's going to take some leave, not likely with these times, but let's just, for argument's sake, this person's going to go on leave from 4 o'clock in the afternoon for 4 hours. So I would click on the blue line. I wouldn't change the daily rule because we need the daily rule to process this data here, but I can change the tag and I can say, right, that's actually holiday pay part day, and by default it's 4, but I could make that 3 or 2 or whatever I wanted to, and I save that. So now the employee in this particular case has got a mix of worked time and leave in the same day. Now you can use these same methods, both the rostering and or the editing after the event, for all of the leave methods. Obviously holiday pay and alternative leave are the key ones that you would do. Typically you wouldn't go and roster the public holidays because they're automated in the system, and it's unlikely, although I guess there are cases where that could happen, where you've got sick leave and bereavement leave where you know ahead of time that someone needs to take that leave off, where again you can either do it in the roster calendar or you can do it after the event in here. So that's how you process the leave on a pre-process basis by rostering, or a process after the event by adding it into your daily times. You can, if need be, if you've missed something, just so that you're aware. If you get to the point where you're into the pay period and you realize that you've missed something for a particular employee, I'll just undo this quickly. I can still come in here and say, okay, the reason that person was missing all week is not that they were on an AO, that person there was sick, so I can still come and do it in the pay period, but ideally you want to do it, or on holiday as the case may be, ideally you want to do it in the daily times because then you know that your data is clean, but this will show you then what you're actually putting into the pay period if that's the case. So hopefully that helps.